there, and welcome to the Good Art Friends, where good friends discuss good art. Jonathan, my good friend, how are you doing today?
I am good. It is baseball season, which is what we're talking about today. But even if we weren't talking about baseball today, it's baseball season, so therefore, I am good.
Yeah. Now, we were supposed to be talking about Daredevil. We're going to do halfway through the season, but that's an April thing. We're going to wait till the whole season's out, then talk about that. And
yeah, life has a funny way of happening, which is why we're not talking about Daredevil this week.
It's good. It's interesting. Stay tuned. Next episode. And so we're, baseball's art, but specifically, this is going to be our fashion episode. We're going to be talking about baseball jerseys today. And to help us to do so, we got a couple guests. Who we got today, Jonathan?
We are joined by Tyler and Steven. Hello, everybody.
Hello. How are we doing?
Doing well. So Steven, thank you. This is our first crossover episode, I guess, from the Batting Around podcast. We'll drop that in the show notes.
Our universe is expanding.
Yes.
I also want to point out that every guest that we have had on this show hails from the northeastern corner of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Southeastern.
Southeastern.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I meant to get it right. I tried.
Your attempt, we recognize your attempt. We hear you, we see you. I would not like to be put into a box with people from Scranton.
Nope.
It's better than Pittsburgh, but
Yeah, well, there goes our two.
I'm already pissing off some of your listeners.
And Tyler, our first recurring guest, official friend of the show.
It's kind of funny that you were going to do an episode on Daredevil, and that was my first overall pick on the last episode I was here.
Yeah. Shut up about that. We'll talk in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about baseball jerseys today. But Jonathan, I think what do you want to lead with?
Yeah, I wanted to do a little warm up here to talk about why we all like baseball, which I can lead. Personally, for me, it's the fact that baseball in and of itself is art. I always enjoy describing a double play as kinetic poetry because it's really what it is. And it's a conversation, it's a debate, it's a telenovela all in one, and it's beautiful, and I love baseball so much.
And it also makes the best art too. Like, baseball movies are the best sports movies. Like, would anybody disagree with that?
It is the sport to film.
I will throw out boxing in there too, but yes, for the most part, baseball.
It is the team sport to film.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boxing's easier because it's very easy to show somebody, punching somebody in the face versus teaching somebody how to swing a bat. But if we're talking team sports, it's baseball for sure.
Yeah. Why is that? Is it like the pastoral? Does it just like film well? Is it?
I think it's because it's slow.
Exactly. That's what I would say. I think it's a lot of standing around. It's a lot easier to have, a famous actor look good at baseball than it is to get him on a pair of skates and have him skating around in hockey.
True.
You don't have their faces obscured by helmets.
Yeah. And
there's tension and drama in the pauses.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
For sure.
That makes sense. Steven, what about you? What was it you love about baseball?
The butts. Sorry, I have a real answer.
No, that's just a great one. I mean, that's Cal Raleigh.
It kind of goes.
It's an 80 grade ass right there.
Anthony Recker so far has had the greatest ass I've ever seen in a baseball diamond. But that is neither here nor there. I just it meshes with my ADHD in a really weird way because I can like tune in and out at my discretion without really missing anything. But when there's shit happening, I can lock the fuck in and just get lost in it. Yeah. And the potential, like you always theoretically, except in certain circumstances, you basically any team can do anything at any time. There's no clock. Like it is by far the most romantic sport for me. I like other sports, but this one's just sort of like its own thing in my head, if that makes sense, separate from all the other sports I watch.
Yeah.
Spencer, you and I recently had a conversation about our neurodivergent experiences at sporting events. We both went to a hockey game.
Yeah.
You were
sensory shutdown. Too many lights
you were
and sounds.
horrifically overstimulated. And for me, it's just like, oh yeah, my hyperactivity allows me to lean into everything that's happening. Whereas with baseball, it's just like you get to it's the same thing. You get to just calm down and just focus in on everything.
Yeah. Tyler, what about you? What do you love about baseball?
I mean, to quote the kids, it's a vibe. Baseball, there's nothing like going out to the ballpark in the summertime, watching a game. As a kid, there's a magic to it that I think lingers on as an adult, but then you also get beer as an adult, so that's an added bonus.
Very important.
Yeah, it's a very if baseball stadiums were dry, it wouldn't be nearly as fun. But it is
Prohibition era baseball. Really sick.
Also, just the history. No sport quite has the history like baseball. Spencer, from all of our conversations about the Hall of Fame and the legacy of players, it's fascinating to me compared to basketball Hall of Fame is boring. Baseball Hall of Fame is always interesting.
Yeah,
and that's mine's similar to what y'all are saying, that it works so well on both like a passive and active level. Like passive, just to have it be like background noise for half the year. It's beautiful white noise.
It's on every day.
Just throw on a game I do not give a shit about just to hear the sound of baseball in my house.
Yes, it's wonderful. Or
snap your neck when Shohei Ohtani hits the ball.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, or like showing up, and especially like Jonathan, Tyler, and I live near the Bulls. Like the idea of like pay just a few bucks, go to a game that you don't care too much, and just kind of be there and half pay attention is great. But then also that like deep dive. Like that like in the history, or just I love the geeky statistics, going backwards, just the ability to like compare and contrast players from all different times, weighing the different eras and all that, but also that you're always getting like new fascinating data and statistics. I love Baseball Savant. Just in the last year, the like bat speed and swing length, kind of like that like, okay, bat speed, you got Stanton, I think, was number one, like incredibly quick, incredibly long swing. But then on the other end, you got like Arise, who's incredibly slow. I think he was the slowest swing, but also the shortest swing. And you can see how both those profiles work. And then you have Juan Soto, who somehow has an incredibly quick and an incredibly short, compact swing at the same time. Just all the different data and statistics that you can get lost in. I love it.
And I think the beauty of the game is that you could go to a baseball game. Two people could go to a baseball game. One who knows literally everything about the game. One who knows nothing about the game. And they can both have a good time. They can both find things to enjoy because it is on the surface an extremely easy game to follow.
Yeah.
Like it has a lot of rules. It is complicated. There's a lot going on. But when you don't know any of that shit, you're just sitting there going like, oh, ball go far.
Yeah.
And that's fun too.
You don't have to figure out what goalie interference is. You don't have to figure out what a catch is. Yeah. It's just baseball.
What's offsides? Can you describe offsides?
Need some salt shakers.
But then also you have to talk about a balk, because a balk is when, a balk is where you, okay, never mind, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but,
Pitch clock violation now.
Yeah, there's that's it's part of the game. And also just heavy-handed segue, the jerseys, the fashion is great, not just in and of itself, but also that the managers, and Jonathan, you and I have talked about this a lot. The idea that the coaches in baseball, these like 80-year-old dudes wear these outrageous uniforms.
That's very funny.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I love it. I love it.
And it's not just that they have to put on the shirt; it's the pants also.
It's so good.
I would love to see a basketball coach on the sideline wearing a full basketball jersey, arm sleeve, headband.
George Karl did it. George Karl put on the Rainbow Nuggets jersey about 15 years or so. He also coached a game in denim overalls. I love George Karl.
Okay. So yeah, and that's what we're primarily going to be talking about today. We're going to be going through each of us sharing our top 5 baseball jerseys of all time. So yeah, we're going to go 5th, 4th, descending order. And then we'll chat about them as we go. If someone selects something, say in the 5th, like, I don't know, a certain jersey where the players wear shorts, does anybody have that one coming up later? If hypothetically someone threw that out, but I was like, no, I have that later. Then we'll talk about it later. All right. So that's the plan. My draft board, Steven, I got you first. What is your
shit?
5th?
First?
Tyler,
okay.
Tyler, you are first.
Get on base.
Pivot.
Yeah, no. So I'll start with the animating thing for me in choosing jerseys is I like uniqueness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when it's too crazy, but I do not like how 80% of the league is either red or blue or both.
100%.
I don't like that.
And even then the same shades of navy blue.
So you will find in my selections that if you have alternate colors than red or blue, chances are you might get high marks from me. However, I do have to recognize the classics, the undisputed, goats of uniforms that are kind of boring in how ubiquitous they are, but it is undeniable how good those are.
The grilled cheese sandwich of jerseys.
I have four contenders for this category. But I think what I'm going to go with are the Dodgers home whites.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Yeah.
They're crisp, they're simple, they're clean. I adore the red, the pop of red for the number on the front.
Right. Yep.
And the color is literally Dodger blue, so it's itself an institution. I will pay my respects. That is probably the most conventional pick that I will have.
Yeah,
it's a really excellent jersey. The script on it in particular is pretty perfect. It is classic, but also doesn't feel outdated. It's a really excellent jersey.
Yeah,
it really says what it needs to say. And like you said, the red number on the front, I think, is really just so smart. I really love that.
Yeah. I never noticed. Is it always just the D and the O on the one half of the jersey? That's interesting.
I think so.
That's what's kind of baseball jerseys can be fascinating because you have to figure out where that seam is with the button-down jerseys, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the players I always like it when a player, Jared Jones always has maybe half of his jersey buttoned, and you'll get the repeated letter on either side if they're wearing it that way. It's great.
If Nick Castellanos could wear it completely open, he would wear it completely open.
Exactly.
I remember the Milwaukee Brewers wouldn't even have the full script. It would just be gold where the letter was on the half where it was underneath the button. And that would happen every once in a while when somebody had a jersey open.
Ooh, that's nice. All right,
Steven, I enjoyed that you started this whole thing by complaining that every jersey is blue and red, and then you picked the jersey, and then complimented the blue and the red.
I had a whole spiel. First of all, I begin basically every sentence with a complaint. But also, you will note, I said but.
Comma.
I really
but.
I hope all of your picks are just blue and red jerseys. So from here on,
that would be an insanely good bit.
That would be so good.
Okay, Tyler, what about you? Who do you have for fifth?
All right. Fifth was honestly the hardest pick for me because like 1 through 4, I was like, got these easy, and then trying to choose between a lot of different jerseys. Mm-hmm. I'm actually gonna go with the one that Spencer you pulled up before we started recording. That is the Florida Marlins vest with the teal T-shirt underneath.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. That is on my list.
Yes. So that's on. Okay, so Steven has.
No, it is on my long list.
Okay,
sorry.
Yeah.
There was something about those sleeveless jerseys. And they did it with a black T-shirt underneath too, and I contemplated, but ultimately I liked the Gary Sheffield with the teal T-shirt. Short sleeve preferably. When you got pulled up right there, it's
so
long
much
sleeve,
peakier when it's the long sleeve underneath.
It is,
I love it.
Also, who needs long sleeves in Florida?
Pitchers need long sleeves in Florida.
Yeah, they gotta bring those back, and they gotta bring back the proper, home run statue extravaganza.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh my God! Don't get me started. Do not get me started.
The other great thing about this uniform is the hat. That teal hat with the F with the marlin in the back and the black brim. That's a fantastic hat.
Yeah.
I spent 90% of my time in class growing up drawing sports team logos, and the Marlin F was one that got drawn very often.
Yeah, the Marlin behind it, that is good. That's a good pick. All right, Jonathan, what do you got?
All right, so I tried really hard to shed recency bias out of my picks, just for the fact of, as Steven mentioned, we've had a lot of innovation in baseball recently. But with that said, I did go with something that was a little recent. On number 5 for me, I have the West Sacramento, Oakland Athletics, the Kelly Green alternates that they have.
This is on my short list.
Yeah,
yes,
green
same.
is quite possibly the most perfect color on the planet. And the Athletics with not just the dark green, which everybody really knows them for, which you've watched Moneyball, you've seen that, but they just really brought out this fresh, like leaf green with the white Athletics with the gold script on it. It's gorgeous, and I wish they would wear them every day.
Yeah. Are you talking button down or the like pullover?
Yes, the one they came out with with the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, yeah, let me scroll down a little. Oh, and I should point out, if you're listening, in the show notes, we'll have a document with all the lists so that you're not just imagining what we're looking at.
Spencer, I just dropped a link in the chat for you that has the Kelly Green with Raleigh Fingers wearing it. Which I know how much you love a Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah,
sighting,
I mean, that's extra points for the stash. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are so good.
Yeah, that is. And the yellow too. The A's have. Let me figure out how to use the chat in this bad boy. The A's have some good ones. Yeah.
The A's have an incredibly good color combination. It is a criminal crime that they are the only green. They're the only green team.
Yeah.
I mean, except the Mariners, I guess sometimes, but
is that really green?
It's like
Is
Yeah, I
Seafoam
don't
Green
know.
really green?
And weren't they blue and white to begin with too? Like when they were in Philadelphia.
Yeah, the A's were when they were in Philly, they were in
Yeah.
they were blue and white, and then in Kansas City they switched to green and yellow, green and gold.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I'm so mad at you.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not a draft. We could still take it.
Yeah. So yeah, my fifth. So, and let me see if I can pull this up. 1 second. All right. So yeah, similar, Tyler. I love a vest. But in particular, the vest without the undershirt. So for this,
Steven, I don't have a spray bottle.
So this, in particular, so I don't know which. There's the 1956 Reds throwback jerseys, but specifically the ones worn in July of 2019, where the whole team decided no undershirts. So,
And Nick Castellanos decided no buttons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point,
He never
what's
wears
done
them.
is
He never
done.
wears the button.
And it also has the Mr. Red logo with that just mustachioed mascot. It's incredible. The nice kind of subtle gray, but yeah, mostly just because they're not wearing the undershirts with the vest.
These incredibly athletic guys are not wearing undershirts under these, and all I can look at is the Mr. Red.
Yes.
A pillbox cap on Mr. Red Legs?
Yeah.
Between Raleigh Fingers and Mr. Red, we're really doing well in the mustaches right now. Spencer, I knew you were going to go chaos on all 5 of these picks.
Not all 5. This is my most chaotic one. Oh, and does anybody know the first team to go with a vest?
No.
I do not.
Jonathan?
It's this one.
Yes, that's
It's
right.
the Chicago Cubs, y'all.
Oh.
1940. A lightweight flannel. Which that's what you want. Knitted undershirt. Wrigley does helped usher it in. It dropped a few years. I also love that a lot of the early baseball jerseys were flannel, and part of this goes back to like the New York Knickerbockers want to set themselves apart from those just like plebeians wearing cotton. So they're like, us enlightened professionals, we wear flannel and straw hats was part of the original jersey. That's great.
Love the combo of nice warm flannel with no sleeves.
The sweater vest.
It's just for when your arms are real hot, but your torso's cool.
It happens.
Just warm up here.
Yeah. Okay.
When I am commissioner of baseball, all uniforms will have a sleeveless option, and high socks will be required.
Definitely, yeah. With stirrups, or you got options there, or
The socks could actually go on your arms too.
maybe like breakaway sleeves, like you hit a
You
dinger
can wear
and then
long
you
pants as long as you have socks on your arms. It's
yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay. 4th round. Steven, what are you thinking? Blue and red.
Well, okay. Let me. I'm gonna go with purple.
Yep.
Specifically, speaking of vests,
Yes.
I would like to go with the Diamondbacks purple pinstripe vest.
Yeah. Pinstripe vest. There's just so much.
Yeah.
When I think of it, there's
A
so
lot going on there.
yeah.
And it's funny too because when you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but like purple pinstripe vest, that could have been Rockies too. I'm trying to think if there was pinstripes on
Yeah,
their
the
vest.
Rocks did it also.
So
They
the
did
Rockies,
do gray. A great jersey.
The Diamondbacks and the Rockies are the purple teams, but the Diamondbacks stopped doing purple, and they're cowards.
Yeah.
No, they're not just cowards. They're having an
Rockies-
identity crisis.
The Rockies, meanwhile, kept the purple, but it's not a great purple. It's like a bluey purple.
Yeah.
They need to get fruitier with it.
My issue with the Rockies is that their word mark does not come off their jerseys at all.
Yeah. Yeah, these were good. And this was, like the 90s. We loved teal,
Yes.
Hornets
And purple.
Yeah. It's Hornets inspired. Yeah, this is a good pick.
If you told me that we were going to be 5 picks in and 3 sleeveless jerseys would have already been picked, I would have been shocked. And I picked one.
But
Do I have another? No, I think that's it for me. That's it. Yeah, that's a good pick. It's a good pick. All right, Tyler, what about you? Best.
All right,
best.
I'm going to go with chaos here. Spencer, you already kind of know where this is going a little bit. I texted you about this when we were trying to figure out what I was picking.
Yeah.
And I asked the question, are we doing baseball jerseys? Or are we doing MLB jerseys?
Nippon hand
And
fires?
he said baseball. I am going with something that is a little close to my heart. I grew up in South Jersey. And the Somerset Patriots have a Jersey Diners jersey.
what?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
They are so good.
It's Jersey Diners.
These uniforms, they incorporate the pink and the checkered look for diners that you often see. It's got some pinstripes because they are a Yankees minor league affiliate. Just hit the images, Spencer.
Yeah, that's how you use Google, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that checkerboard on the sleeve.
The checkerboard on the
That
sleeve
is so
excellent.
good.
Yeah, these are fantastic. I'll drop another picture that's like a full photo in the chat as well for you to see it. But the color scheme is great.
Yeah.
The name on it is great. Just the inspiration behind it. A lot of these minor league jerseys are food themed as well. I almost took the Reading Fight and Phil's hot dog jerseys, which are fantastic as well. It's just hot dogs. They have a hat with just a hot dog on it. It's great. But Somerset said, we're not doing just a food. We're not even doing just a dish. We're doing a whole restaurant, a whole theme of restaurants.
Oh,
The Jersey
yeah.
Diners.
Yeah, and going back to the more unique color palettes. That's great. That neon pink. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. It's
That's good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they do rock pinstripe pants with it, which is checkers and stripes all together. Interesting combo, but I love it.
That's good. I like
That's
it.
good.
I like it. I should have thought about minor league ones. Yeah. All right, Jonathan, what do you got next?
All right, so Steven started talking and I got really scared. But he didn't say the correct combination of words.
Okay.
So my number 4 are the Diamondbacks road vests.
Road vests. Okay.
Another
Diamondbacks are coming in strong.
A kicker
so
run,
here's the thing. My spiel on vests is that I think that they're cool when everybody but the Pirates have done them. And the gray ones, I specifically like them because, you see it right there. You go
scroll
back up. The Arizona word mark that they, again, are too cowardly to use has the fangs on the A's on either end. And
Yeah.
It is
it's
very
gorgeous.
good.
Yeah.
And what I enjoy about the vests is it's not just the fact that the undershirt is part of the jersey, it's the fact that they put the
It's
sleeve
sewn in?
patches on the shirt, on the undershirt. So you're required to wear the jersey, the shirt, to be complete with the jersey.
Oh no, I just thought of something awful. Can we not have vests anymore because each of these teams is relying on the advertiser patches? Or does it need to be the built-in undershirt with the
Oh God.
Oh, that's
I
a
think
terrible
they would
thought.
just put it on the undershirt. But also, I don't
Let's
think
not
that's
talk
the
about
benefit.
that.
but then you can't do full sleeveless. Oh. This is
every member has got to get it tattooed on their shoulder.
like even Seattle. Have you seen how big the Nintendo patch is?
Yeah,
They'll do
the
henna
Switch 2
tattoos.
patch.
Yes.
It's quite big.
Yeah, that's a good pick. It's a good pick. Let's see. All right, my fourth one. I'm trying to remember. Are the A's wearing the Kelly Green jerseys this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is then the second current one. I'm doing the current Padres, the white pinstripe one, the
Okay.
brown and yellow color scheme.
I'm glad you picked those
Yeah.
so much because I love the brown and yellow.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that someone's doing it. Again, Padres, only brown team.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's beautiful color scheme. It's kind of the pinstripes are subtle. The word mark pops. Sometimes with pinstripes you can kind of get a little bit lost, but it's a nice, good word mark. And you have the swinging friar patch on the side,
Yes.
which is one of the best logos that you're gonna get. But yeah, current Padres.
Yeah, these are really great, and I think what's kind of special about these, I think if you told anybody like, "Hey, what are your team's colors?" and you're like brown and yellow, you're thinking of probably pretty boring jerseys. But
Yeah.
these look great. I'm a big fan of them. Thought about putting them on my list, but I've got too many playoff issues with the Padres.
It helps too, just because they had such going back to just such bland jerseys. And I guess
the
it was
Tony Gwynn era.
orange. Yeah, I mean it was orange, but it was just they were completely lacking that identity when they had it and then lost it. But
They
then
wanted to be the Mets, but be more boring at it.
yeah. But then it was right around the time, I think, or was it later with the new park? This was probably a little bit later than like Petco, but beautiful
I
stadium.
think it was when they got the new the San Diego bow tie word mark was a bad time.
Yeah, that's a lot of scrolling. They've had a lot of jerseys. Yeah, whatever.
With you talking about the swinging friar, it was just making me think about the fact that there's so many baseball teams that have their mascot, a logo of their mascot swinging a bat, and I always think about Barrel Man. It's a shame that the Milwaukee Brewers don't actually exist. Such a shame.
That is a good logo too. Yeah. All right, back to Steven. What are you thinking for third?
All right, for third, this is where I would be putting the Oakland Kelly Greens, but in the interest, I have to shout them out. But in the interest of diversity, I'm going with another pick, and that pick is the Astros sunset jerseys.
Ooh, I have the higher.
Yes.
I have the higher. I didn't do it. Let me see if I can.
It is so powerfully 70s.
I'll do a different one. Yeah. 70s. I'll swap someone else in for that. Okay. The tequila sunrise.
Yeah. You've done something good when everybody wants to copy you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this came from when they just we have color TV now. How can we take advantage of it? And then they threw these out there, and those horizontal stripes is beautiful. Yeah.
So
it makes me feel.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it makes me feel like I'm about to put a VHS tape in.
Yes.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, I get that.
In my research of minor league baseball jerseys today, I came across the Fayetteville Woodpeckers, who are a minor league affiliate, and they did their own version of this jersey, but instead of the word Astros on there, it says Peckers.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was almost on my list, but I don't think they've ever worn it where it says Peckers, but they are for sale on their team store. They have other ones that say just Fayetteville up top, and it makes it significantly worse than
that's
Peckers.
a downgrade. That's a downgrade. Yeah.
Segra Stadium, by the way, great place.
I've never been. Should. It's not far. Yeah. I have a hat for that team. Yeah. All right, Tyler, what about you? What's your third?
So my number 3 was the A's Kelly Green.
Okay.
So we all were on the same vibe there with the Kelly Green. I'll like keep that, but I'll maybe throw out a little honorable mention here. I didn't pick this one because they haven't actually worn it yet, but the Reading Fighting Phils, again, the same team that did the hot dog jerseys, are doing a Oktoberfest jersey that just says Prost on the front of it, and there's the whole Oktoberfest style in the background, but they haven't worn it yet, so I didn't feel like it was fair to pick a jersey that no one's ever worn before.
Oktoberfest jersey, that's good. Prost.
They need to be out there with the Timber Rattlers, so they can both be in Bavarian jerseys. The Timber Rattlers wearing their lederhosen, and Reading in
also
these.
the logo is a pretzel. With a hat with a feather in it and a beer in its hand and a bat in the other. It is so amazing.
It's so good.
The pretzel has lederhosen on too.
I have a. It's in my closet, but I have a Reading Fightin' Phil's hat that is their Fastnacht hat. Which is just an anthropomorphized Fastnacht in like the little German outfit.
That's
and
good.
He's got a bat on his shoulder, and he's like doing like a jaunty little walk. It's great.
That's good.
All right, the fighting.
Go for it, Jonathan.
I was just gonna say that the Fightin' Phils have come up now twice, and listener, I want you to know that the Fightin' apostrophe Phil in question is an ostrich.
Yes, an ostrich putting its dukes up.
Yes.
Yeah. Naturally.
That's good.
I will say that for everything we could say about the Phillies minor league system's ability to develop talent, they do a great job at developing jerseys for their minor league teams.
Which really, if you can only pick one,
it's that one, right? Yeah. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs have some really great bacon-themed jerseys.
Yes.
The Jersey Shore Blue Claws have just every Jersey Shore thing you could possibly think of. They've got like a crab coming out from underneath a red Solo cup in a logo. They're all so great. The Phillies minor league teams are really stepping it up in their logo and jersey games.
You mean to tell me that you're not
develop talent?
You mean to tell me that you're not inspired by the Iowa Cubs and the South Bend Cubs and the Daytona Cubs?
I mean, that's brand consistency.
Yeah. All right, Jonathan, what do you have third?
All right, I feel like I'm probably gonna make y'all angry again, but I'm doing it. Third, my first and only City Connects on the list. The Colorado license plate jerseys.
Oh,
I do like those.
Yeah.
They remind me of beer cans. I know that they're supposed to be license plates, but they remind me of like what is it? It's a cream ale. What's the cream?
I know. Well, Coors is the mountains. I'm trying to think of what's like green.
Oh.
Genesee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't think that's necessarily something you want to be reminding people of. But.
Sure.
But have you seen the Rockies play?
No. Oh wait, no. I watched them today.
Yeah. So the thing about these jerseys, and again, specifically when they wear these with the green pants to complete the look.
It's so good.
Gives a onesie kind of feel.
The haters.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Colorado license plate is green and it's got mountains on it, and then it's white above the mountains, with it being, the Rocky Mountain State. And these jerseys have green pants with a white belt, a green jersey that says Colorado, and above it are the Rocky Mountains, and it goes to a white top with white sleeves.
Yeah.
And I love it just for the fact that they took a swing to go away from the purple, black, and silver color palette to bring us something that was unique. I think they're probably along with San Diego, one of the two like City Connect teams to go away from their color scheme, and Miami kind of.
Philly.
But I love the fact that they were just brave enough to do something that was connected to their state, and I think they really won as far as the City Connects went.
Yeah, these were good. I like how the back, you got the number, you got the mountains cutting halfway through, like bisecting the numbers. You don't really see that. Usually the back of jerseys, they'll just keep it monotone one way or the other. Is that Connor Joe? It was good hats, too. It's solid hats. Yeah.
Yes.
They're definitely an upper echelon City Connect jersey.
Yeah. That's a good pick. Yeah. Also in baseball, they wear belts. Just athletic competition. Involving belts.
Love the belt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let's see. Okay, my third. I'm gonna put the was it like 72, 75, the Braves. These
are good.
Yeah, the kind of classic. You just close your eyes and think of Hank Aaron. Exactly.
Yep, with
The lowercase a is their best logo.
Oh, absolutely.
Get rid of the current one. That's what they need to go with. I mean, get rid of the current branding for sure.
Well, yeah.
But I like that you're scrolling. That.
Wasn't this also the time when they had a guy pretending to be a Native American in the
of course they did. Yeah.
crowd banging a drum?
Yeah. Okay, which though this was
that as a Braves hater, I've got to throw that.
Was that Chief? Was that Chief Nakahoma or
that was it.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was Cleveland or Atlanta, but either way,
Cleveland has the more racist sounding one.
Yeah. I think
Atlanta.
I love the hats. I'm trying to think. Originally, this is where I was thinking the Astros. I'm dropping this in to switch up. The blue or the white? Which one's better?
The white.
I think the
white.
Yeah, I think the white. The blue sleeves kind of pop a little more. And the hat, the what's the phrase when you have just the panel in the different color? I always love that with baseball hats. When you have
same.
Yeah. Okay, that's my third. Steven, back to you. What do you have number 2?
All right, it's time. For my outside the box pick. We're going City Connect.
Okay.
My all-time favorite City Connect, the San Diego Padres City Connect.
They're the only one I would have considered.
The teal, the pink, and the yellow.
Yeah.
Baseball teams should wear more pink. It is a crime that the Marlins do not incorporate pink into their color scheme.
Right. Yeah.
And it is frankly embarrassing that San Diego beat Miami to the pink game.
Yeah.
Also in the same jerseys, Miami went to red, like every other team in baseball.
Yeah.
So those are good. Those are solid City Connects, though.
You are
those
Miami, though.
But
give me some color.
Is that because the Heat kind of did a version of this? Am I misremembering that?
The Heat.
I wonder if
Their Miami Vice.
The Miami Vice shirt. Yeah.
But those are.
But no, it is powerfully 90s looking in like the best, not like 90s baseball, but like 90s kids television program.
My favorite.
This looks like a skateboarding dog is going to try to sell me yogurt.
I buy it. I would. Yeah. I like
my
the
favorite thing about
sleeves.
Yeah. My favorite thing about these jerseys is that they were inspired by a roller coaster. That's my favorite thing about them.
I didn't even know that. That's good.
It is a Miami jersey that says San Diego on the front though. So
yeah.
Every time they were on, I was like, who are the Marlins playing?
Then you recognize the name and you're like, no, it can't be the Marlins. Yeah.
No, they're actually winning. So
yeah.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. It's 2 City Connect jerseys. Interesting. All right, Tyler, what do you got?
All right, going back to the going back to the well here with minor league baseball. I'm gonna drop them in the chat for you. This is the Eugene Emeralds exploding whales jersey.
Well, hold on.
This is the greatest thing that has ever come out of a jersey. It's not a major league team. It's the only reason why it didn't come up here. But it is inspired by an event that happened in 1970 in Florence, Oregon. A 45-foot, 8-ton sperm whale washed the shore on the coast. The state's highway division had jurisdiction over the beaches, and after consulting with the United States Navy, they decided to remove the whale using dynamite. The hope was that the explosion would result in small pieces for animals to consume. Instead, the result went down in the history books. They just shot dead whale through the air. No. And they are honoring that moment with jerseys that feature a whale holding a stick of dynamite on the hat.
Yeah, no, that hat. Oh my. So there's so one, just this is absurd. Like the A is a whale, the L is a stick of dynamite, the logo on the hat.
It's so good.
Yeah. But also, it's just an aesthetically pleasing jersey too. I love the
It sounds stupid.
Colors.
It sounds fucking stupid.
If you are listening,
but
go look
I'm
it up
looking
right
at it, and it works.
Yeah, you got dark blue to the light blue to the gray, all complementing. Yeah.
They are also using these jerseys to raise awareness about climate change and effects on whale migration patterns. So they're trying to have some good things come out of when they blew up a whale.
No, raise awareness, not raise money. I always love that. But
yeah. Minor league teams can't raise money for themselves.
Fair.
The Eugene Emeralds have one of my favorite hats that I was never able to actually get. But Eugene, also known as Tracktown, USA, it's where the NCAA track and field championships are, where the Diamond League track and field events are, where Steve Prefontaine, one of the greatest track and field athletes within the United States. Anyway, they had a hat. The bill of it was like the curve of a track, and it was the Sasquatch on the hat running the curve. And it was so cool.
That's nice.
That's pretty great.
That is good. Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. I like it. All right, Jonathan, number 2.
Yeah, there's no way I couldn't do this. It's the new Cubs Electric Blues. They're 2 because I don't like the new C.
This is their City Connects?
No, these are just new jerseys going into the rotation. Every team is going to have a core 4 jerseys plus 1 more. The Cubs are keeping their Royal Blues. But yeah, we get the new Electric Blues. The cool thing about it, on the sleeve, you get the guitar pick patch that says Chicago on it. And it rips. And although it's not going to appear on the jersey itself, we've got Guitar Bear hanging about. Like there's the old standing bear holding the baseball bat. You've got the standing bear holding a guitar now.
Oh, that is good. Yeah, that pick makes it. That's really nice, and that's a great hat too. The front panel. Yeah,
it's basically your Braves hat that you just picked.
I like what I like. Okay. All right, that's good. I'm gonna stick with the powder blues. This is one. I love that that's this weird baseball thing. This idea of like the powder blue jerseys. I went down a rabbit hole with this. Does anybody know the first team to rock powder blues?
No.
It's still the Cubs.
Yeah, it's also the Cubs. Yeah, Phillies were early, but yeah, it was the Cubs. It's 1941, 1942. Yeah, they wore it with So you got that. Then it was really the 60s and 69. You had the Seattle Pilots, and then the Expos.
That
and
had
the
weird thing over the E in that jersey. I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, but I'm doing specifically the Expos. I'm doing a little bit later the 80s Montreal Expos these are the ones that also had the shoulder stripes kind of going down. I think one, just I needed a powder blue in here. I love that baseball for some reason. That's like it's not like with the until City Connects, like your colors are what your colors are, with the exception of these teams would just all have these powder blue jerseys. By the end of the 80s, there were 11 teams. Like over a third of the teams had powder blue road jerseys, which is just bizarre. And also just bonus points for the best logo tied with Hartford Whalers in sports history, and the hat with not just the front panel, but then the like red next to it. So you have like half the hat in that pinwheel, just all together. Beautiful, beautiful powder blue jerseys.
Spencer, if FanDuel had betting odds on what you were going to pick in this draft, I would have bet on you picking this Montreal Expos jersey.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That
range.
That was also my number one.
That's your number one?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, mainly just for the fact that, like, you know, Andre Dawson wore them. Yes. And it's just a great combo of you get the logo and the chest number right next to it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. All right. What's your number one, Steven?
So I had a list of powder blues. I think I am on the same ESPN article that you were on.
Through that. I did yeah.
For the powder blues, I was looking at the Expos. I was looking at the Rangers, and I was. Who the fuck are we kidding? I was going to be a homer
Phillies?
And go with the Phillies because the maroon and powder blue work so well together.
Yeah.
But
they're so good.
You picked it. No. You picked a powder blue. I want to have some diversity.
Okay.
And actually, you've opened me up to do...
Gross.
You have cleared a lane for me to posit. Let me share with you the hottest a man has ever looked in a baseball uniform.
I know where this is going.
I am being a homer.
I know where you're going with this too.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it's not Andrew McCutchen in this link.
It is Andrew McCutchen in the all burgundy uniform with the zipper zipped down past his rib cage.
Yes.
With a gigantic chain on and the sunglasses.
I believe they call those the Phillies grape jerseys. Because they wore them for one day in the 70s, and they were like, I'm never wearing that jersey again, so don't ever put us in them.
Here's the problem. They wore them once, and they got obliterated. And they didn't wear them again until like the year that Andrew McCutchen wore them, whatever year that was, a few years ago. For one night, they brought them back, and they got obliterated. So I fear that they will never come out again.
Unless the Phillies are tanking.
Ooh, good point. Good
Then
point.
wear them every night.
Yeah.
Back in 2019, I started collecting baseball cards, and that specific McCutchen jersey was his super short print that year, and I wanted to chase it, but it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, and we don't have time to get into this today, but if you're listening, just Google Andrew McCutchen furries, and wonderful story. It'll
every
set
year
aside half an hour. Yeah, maybe not.
Shout out to Bailey at Foolish Baseball for the video he did on this.
Oh, it was an incredible video. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great pick. That's a great pick.
I loved that you picked hot Andrew McCutchen after Spencer opened you up.
What can I say?
Yeah.
I'm going to see your hot Andrew McCutchen and raise you with hot Bryce Harper in the powder blues for the Phillies.
Fair enough. I'm glad they're on here.
They are a near perfect uniform, and I will be completely honest. For years, I didn't quite understand the hype. And then they brought them back with this current iteration of the Phillies, and they look so much better on this team because this team is filled with good-looking people. And I think that helps. I think they're also a little slimmer. I think back in the day, there was a zipper instead of
zippers,
instead of buttons, and they were baggier and stuff. I don't know. They look so trim. And the blue and the maroon, I never would have thought baby blue and maroon looked good together, but they look fantastic.
It is, yeah. Again, another unique color scheme. That is, yeah. That's what for your bachelor party. I got the knockoff Victorino one.
Yeah,
it's a great jersey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not sure he ever wore it, but
that's it. It doesn't matter. DHK. Bryce Harper, man. Yeah, he loves the Philly fanatic as much as he dislikes pasteurization. It's just... I can't wait for that IL stint. I'm so excited for that IL stint.
He also he was wearing those powder blues when he hit a walk-off grand slam against the Cubs. Great night that night. Walk-off grand slam.
I still hear John Kruk just shout, "Oh my God," and my heart just breaks.
And mine skips a beat. It's weird.
Yeah.
I think they were down like 7 going into the 9th.
Oh, that's like a Tracy McGrady turn.
I have David Bodie's top now ultimate Grand Slam card. It's fine. It's fine.
Jonathan, you going Homer pick? With
no, I did that with number 2 mainly because like it was the C on the Cubs. It was the one thing that put me off. But yeah, so number 1 for me was the Montreal Powder Blues, mainly for all the things that you said.
Yeah.
But right next to it, because I was choosing between the two, and Montreal ended up being the number 1. But next to that are the Seattle Mariners with the Trident M jersey. Like a jersey so good that it prompted them to make a modern throwback in that color scheme of the bright blue and gold. But the Trident M, I think, is everything that really represented what 80s baseball was. It's a pullover.
Yeah, pullovers are great.
It is a word mark that has the logo included in it, and then you get the cap that is the Trident M with the star behind it. And it's everything. Like it's taking itself seriously. It's very proud, but it's also very whimsical, and I love it so much.
Yeah, I like that. And that is just the baseball taking itself too serious, but also being frivolous at the same time. I feel like that captures beauty of baseball. Yeah, that's good.
So I thought about picking these. I think the Mariners just overall have some of the best jerseys in history between those and then the Griffey era.
Yeah,
kind of the more teal. I couldn't decide which ones of those I like better. Partly because Griffey I think looks better in the teal ones, even though he played as a rookie in the more of the Trident type style jerseys. And I was like, I don't know where to go with this because I think the Trident ones are probably better, but Griffey looked better in another one. So who am I to say?
Has Seattle ever had a bad jersey?
I don't think so.
I'm sure we could find one.
Not yet.
Not even the turn ahead the clock jerseys.
I was tempted, but those are unfortunate. Those are unfortunately a little too ugly.
Yeah. These are a little bland. That just straight.
I love the pilots.
Yeah,
I love the pilots' hats with the laurels on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all these, sometimes they're a little understated, but yeah, I mean, you got some nice color scheme. Yeah. Vests.
Always a vest, apparently. For
us. Vests.
And I mean, just great logo, the baseball with the
the compass rose in there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I want to point out, since we're at the tail end here on vests, that both of the World Series winning vests were selected today.
Yeah. True.
Nice.
True. All right. I'm trying to think with my number 1 how much I mean this. And I feel bad because I don't know. I don't think this is in the spirit of the show, but how much I'm just trolling Jonathan by choosing the Cardinals. But kind of like where Steven started, just in terms of like pure classic design.
Yeah.
The white, specifically when you get like the cream white, the Cardinals. I mean, it is easily. Yeah, it's. I think I mean it. And he's back.
Regular listeners know that my cat needs to go outside.
Okay, sure. But I mean, they are beautiful. They use this like chain stitching that makes it kind of pop a little bit. That the cursive, I like a good cursive word mark, and just the bird sitting on the bat. And are there any other jerseys that have baseball equipment in the jersey? Like the bat as the underline.
I mean, there are several logos with balls in them, but I don't know about the bats.
True.
Those Reading Fight and Phil's Pros jerseys, that Pretzel's got a bat and a beer.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Yeah, you got some swinging, but like the bat going through, and it's a cool story too. I mean, they've had these forever, but it never feels kind of old. It goes back to like the 1920s. There was like a like fundraiser at a Presbyterian church, and it was like on the table lining. And Branch Rickey liked it, and he's like, turn that into a jersey. And then from there, you get like one of the more classic, iconic designs that you're going to see. Yeah, they're beautiful. Sorry, Jonathan.
I've said this before, and I'll continue to say this, that I wish the St. Louis team were named after a different bird, because I like cardinals.
Yeah.
What birds do you not like that you would rather they be called?
They could be pigeons.
Yeah.
Pigeons are great.
Pigeons.
Pigeons are so
pigeon
cool.
slander.
Yeah,
We did pigeons dirty. We domesticated them, and then we stopped keeping them as pets. So now they're all feral.
I'm also pretty sure
all birds
that
are.
I'm pretty sure that
birds
doves are
good.
just albino pigeons, and they're like a symbol of peace and everything. And it's the same bird, just one's.
What was the only bird that Nikola Tesla fell in love with? It was a pigeon.
Yeah,
Lady
Google
Bird
that too.
Johnson.
Yeah. So that,
I can.
I have
moved.
some.
yeah. Let's get some miscellaneous. Is that where you're?
Yeah, I've got some. I'm brain farting.
Well, honorable
What's the
mention.
term? Honorable mentions. Thank you. Pirates 1979 pillbox hats.
The hat, beautiful, love it. Yes.
I specifically put that they have ones with pinstripes, but then also horizontal stripes on the hat. I just love the combination of
good.
pinstripes and horizontal stripes.
I did let my fandom influence my decision to leave this off of my main list, but I do have to shout it out. The 80s Mets pinstripes with the like the orange and blue thick stripes down the sides.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the side
Those
stripes.
are so good.
Yeah. And then you had the 90s where they were doing like drop shadowing.
The 90s were horrible. The 90s Mets and Blue Jays in particular were disgusting.
I just remembered the Jays word mark from the
It was
90s.
awful. And the
That was
angry
not
bird,
good.
and especially when you have such classic
The
design
bird with
like
the
Toronto.
swole bird that's like threatening you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. The 76 White Sox with shorts are ridiculous, but legitimately, though, I feel like they're docked because it doesn't fit the brand. But the White Sox, that horizontal stripe one with the SOX kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
great.
That's another one that's along
They
with
look like they're an airplane.
Yeah.
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 They go along with the Astros tequila sunrise jerseys, a jersey so good that everybody has copied it. Like, you watch college baseball and you will see different teams. Coastal Carolina went to a college World Series, I think, in tequila sunrise jerseys, and then like the Sox horizontal stripe. Also the baseball man hat. It's also really good.
Oh, who's the only person that didn't like that design for the White Sox jersey? Let's see if I'm remembering this right. Wasn't that the jersey that Chris Sale cut up?
Yeah, I was trying to remember
yes.
before he was in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one he went out and that he cut up with the scissors
Yeah.
so that he couldn't wear it, so nobody could wear it.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And also even just the old Shoeless Joe kind of like era White Sox with the giant S with the O and X. I think they brought back for the Field of Dreams game. That's a good one. Yeah. What else do people have done?
One of my honorable mentions, the Tampa debut jerseys with the gradient devil rays on the front.
Yeah.
You got the black hat with the purple bill, the TB of the flying ray, the TB also in a gradient. I didn't even know you could stitch that many colors.
The 90s, the teams that were born in the 90s all came out fucking swinging with their visual branding.
Yeah, 80s all the baseball players were doing cocaine, 90s all the baseball jersey designers were doing cocaine, you know? And baseball's been better for both, you know?
True.
Tim Raines.
So true.
God bless. Yeah, we had a lot that the Kelly Green A's jerseys are great, but I really like those yellow ones, those bright like fluorescent yellow ones, you know? A's deserve better.
Justice for the A's. Put John Fisher in jail. Put John Fisher under the jail.
Any others that people want to chat about?
You ready for some more minor league gold?
Always.
Before you get there, I one more major league shout out. The Jays Canada Day Reds.
Oh, yes. Yeah, those were good. All right,
now I need minor league. Hit me. Hit me.
In the same vein as those White Sox horizontal stripes ones, we've got the Everett Aqua Sox. They're frogs jerseys.
Yes.
Ooh.
Check those out. They're really great. They literally have Aqua Sox on them. They're very fun.
Yeah, that's very Astros-esque.
Look up the Biloxi Beach Chickens Shuckers jersey.
Shuckers. Shuckers jersey? Do I have this right?
Yep.
Oh my. Oh, his pupils are going in two very different directions.
Gosh.
Then the Fresno Grizzlies have Fresno Tacos jerseys. If you just do Fresno Tacos, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, those are nice.
Yeah, I remember those.
I like that sleeve design. I forget what that's called. You know, starts skinny and then covers the whole. Like, yeah, we don't have. We need more of that.
I prefer that third picture there with the orange and the red. Has a classic feel to it. Just the taco right there.
Yes,
it's a good one.
Or do you have any more?
No. What you got?
I wanted to. You reminded me because. The prep that I did for this was entirely focused on Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I realize now that I should do some shout outs specifically to the national teams. Samurai Japan's pinstripes are very good, as are, Mexico's the green top that Mexico has.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The black with
white
the gold
pinstripes.
pinstripes.
Or is it gold?
Yeah. The font on the numbers, fantastic. Yeah.
Similarly with the Mexico jerseys, the word mark is superb.
Yeah, it's really good. Shit. Actually
yeah.
Those black pinstripes from the Japanese team could probably put them on my list somewhere, but let's just keep it to the honorable mention.
Yeah. Oh, those are nice. Okay. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right. Any other concluding baseball thoughts?
I would love to come on next time where we do this, but for the ugliest.
Ooh. Yes, absolutely.
Pittsburgh Pirates, get out the red vests.
I want us to argue about the best baseball movies.
I mean, there's no argument. What are you gonna do? Tell me it's not Bull Durham?
It's like you've never heard. What are you, I'm having trouble processing that neither of you are talking about Air Bud seventh inning fetch. Like, what is wrong with you?
It's obviously still Major League, though.
It's not. Major League is mid. That's my hot take. Cancel me.
This
I
is
don't
why
care.
we can have a great debate about this because
Okay.
you're wrong.
Hey, save it for the show. You're wasting content.
Cut this out.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. This is great. This was fun.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah. So, check out the Batting Around podcast and just, Tyler, you don't have a podcast. Just stalk Tyler, aimlessly. Yeah, why not?
I promise that my podcast is not just me. There are actually cool people on it. Don't worry.
That's great. It's great. Okay. Well, thank you, Jonathan. I forget, do we have a tagline at the end? I feel like we had a tagline at one
we
point.
usually just talk about what we're going to do next.
Yes,
which
Daredevil.
for the second time in a row,
Yes.
Next episode, we'll be talking about Daredevil.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tune in April once the season ends. We'll come to you with our Daredevil thoughts. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Stephen and Tyler, for joining us.